We are here now. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We got some things to talk about. Shout out to the channel members, the shooters. Oh my gosh. Our shooters been putting in work. How's everybody doing on this glorious Sunday? Huh? We working. They need to give us a Grammy. You know, I just want to thank the Academy. First of all, thank God. I like to thank Al Heyman. Hold on, I got to thank my parents. Then I want to thank Al Heyman for helping make this possible. And to all of y'all, the fans, we working. He said an AB brush. That's funny. I don't know how long this stream is going to be, but let's get it. Long time coming. You've been working. Salute Ego and Armory. Shout out to Ronald Finkley. You know, I need the assistance and help of y'all, Ego's Army. Now, YouTube ain't sending no notifications, so I guess if y'all get the stream, you get it. That's that's how they playing till they put us back in the algorithm or whatever's going on right now. Let's jump straight into it. Hold on. Sorry about that. AB got robbed. All right. This man said AB got robbed. That was funny. Shout out to Anthony Pacquiao. He said he big screening it. I just did a video. Keith Thurman called out Pacquiao again. He's like, Pac-Man, sign the contract, Pac-Man. I want to see that fight. You know, I've already come to grips with the fact that Keith Thurman and Errol Spence probably aren't going to lock horns, for a minute. Just based on what I've heard. And Crawford and Spence probably won't lock horns for a minute. Based on, I don't think it's because of them. I think more so the networks and just a lot of stuff, People have priorities. We're dealing with multi-million-dollar businesses, Showtime and ESPN. Everybody got their own directives and their own priorities. Because if, let's say, and I'm not saying this is what I feel, so please don't misconstrue. I'm a boxing fan, so of course I want to see great fights, but I'm just telling you the reality of it. Nobody's going to want to lose that fight because when Top Rank is notorious for keeping fights in-house. So no matter what, if Ruslan Provodnikov won or Tim Bradley won, it didn't really matter because they were both with Top Rank. You get me? So either way, Top Rank wins. Bob Arum wins. If Jose Benavidez upset Terrence Crawford, doesn't really hurt Top Rank because they would then have the fighter that upset Terrence Crawford if he was able to do it, which he didn't. It was a solid fight. If Terrence Crawford beats Jose Benavidez, which he did by stoppage in the 12th round, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't negatively impact Top Rank in the sense that, they can be like, oh, Bud's that dude, and, Benavidez gave him a good run for his money. He did good ratings. So either way, Top Rank don't take no L. Hey, I'm fucking around. Y'all bless up. Good channel. Appreciate you. So when you're talking about Crawford versus Spence, that's different territory at that point. Definitely different territory, because if Crawford loses, then Spence goes back to PBC and not ESPN with bragging rights, with a new title, the WBO title, and, he could say he's the best in the division. Flip side of that coin, if Crawford beats Spence, he has the WBO, and then now he's collected the IBF, and he stays on ESPN Plus. Meanwhile, Crawford would have to go back without the belt back to PBC. So either way you slice it, that's a big gamble. Now the fighters could be about it, but that don't mean the people in suits that are pulling the strings and making the matchmakers and shit, that don't mean they about it. I do believe Errol Spence will fight anybody. I do believe Terrence Crawford will fight anybody within reason. You know what I'm saying? They just have that type of demeanor, but I think politics are going to get in the way of that one. Or at least for the future. And if it does happen, they're going to, marinate it and both do their independent thing and then do it when the money is greatest. That's what I see. Now, the thing that is a little bit interesting with Thurman calling out Pacquiao is he's super energetic when he's calling out Pacquiao, but he didn't really have that same energy when Errol Spence was like hunting him down, calling him out. You get what I'm saying? So that doesn't look good based on the fact that Thurman is like aggressively calling out Pacquiao. I'm not saying Pacquiao's bad, but he is 40 years old. He is like not the biggest welterweight, and you're aggressively calling him out. But when it came to Errol Spence, we didn't see that. Like, yeah, sign the contract, Errol, you the truth, boy, you the truth. We don't see the turned up Keith Thurman, but he turned up on Paulie Malignaggi. When Paulie was champion, he was like, "You better not, do not duck me. You better not duck me, son. Do not duck me." He's pulling up to Paulie Malignaggi's victories and interrupting press conferences. Do that to Errol. Go, when Errol beats Lamar Peterson, pull up, and then like that would be great TV. You'd be like, "Errol, sign the contract, boy. You dealing with a real one. I'll show you the truth. I'm a polygraph test, boy." That one time. How one time be talking when he's turned up. Shout out to Philip Banks. He said, first time I've been able to make a live show. Great channel, great content. Keep growing. Appreciate you. Yeah, we just grinding, having fun with this boxing game. We got the news. We got some views. We got entertainment. We got whatever you want. I said, it's like my channel is like a drug. It's like Blue Magic. It's a name brand. I guarantee it. He said his ribs are already having nightmares. Yeah, funny. Yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, Thurman versus Pacquiao still a great 2019 fight. But like I said, my only knock on that would be when Terrence Crawford called you out, which he did. I was there in Omaha when he called out Keith Thurman. He called him out when he was at 140, before he even moved up and fought Jeff Horn and became a champion. Called out Keith. We didn't hear this one time, Keith. Like, Bud Crawford, you gonna get smoked like Bud, boy. He's like, step up. Punk step up to get beat down. We didn't see all that. Same thing with Errol Spence, but we seen it with Paulie Malignaggi, and we're seeing it now with Pacquiao. So I just wish it was a little bit more consistent with the top guys in the division. Not just like Pacquiao, who's older and smaller. But hey, Pacquiao versus Thurman is still a good fight. Thurman showed some vulnerability, or he's not like he showed. It was shown, based on Jose Cito Lopez having a good game plan. There was some vulnerability shown in there. It looked like he was on his way out, damn near. Keith's trying to get a big check before Manny walks away. It's possible. Keith Thurman's always wanted that big fight. But see, you get the big fights if you stay the course in boxing. It's that simple. Keith Thurman, I feel like he kind of stepped away from the game plan. He was doing everything right, trying to get Mayweather, trying to get Pacquiao, things like that. And then he fought Sean Porter. That was a good scrap, good fight, good turnout. Then he fought Danny Garcia. That was at his highest. He had just beaten Porter in a tough fight, but he had won. He's champion. Then he unified with Danny Garcia. And then after that point, he He disappeared. That's like the worst. That's like me winning a Grammy and an Oscar, back to back, and then I just take time off. You can't do that. I don't know if you guys remember. You remember the actor Josh Hartnett? Who remembers him? So I can see if this analogy is gonna work. See, I know my movies. Josh Hartnett. He was in The Faculty. He was in Black Hawk Down. He was in that Othello remake with Mekhi Phifer. Oh, who remembers Josh Hartnett? Black Hawk Down. That ain't no easy fight for Thurman. Man, get out of here. Pacquiao's not no easy fight. If you almost got like knocked out by Jose Cito Lopez, that's the last impression we have on you, whether that was ring rust or not. I would never fix my lips to say it's an easy fight coming off of that performance, because that wasn't no. He looked sharp for the first couple rounds, but then at midway point it was looking kind of weird for him, like he had to dig down deep. And my honest opinion, it's crazy how boxing works. Like, let's say Danny Garcia versus Jose Cito Lopez. I think Danny Garcia would look good in that fight, because that would be the right, Danny got a killer chin. He's been active. He has power. Styles make fights. Danny Garcia, I think, would have looked better versus Jose Cito Lopez than Keith Thurman. Even though Keith Thurman beat Danny Garcia. Because Danny Garcia is good with timing, and he fights a certain way. So I think someone like Danny Garcia would have looked real good versus Jose Cito. And then people would have said Danny's cherry picking and all this bullshit. And then Keith Thurman, he really had to bite down deep to fight Jose Cito. I don't think it would have been all that for Danny Garcia. Oh, you're saying Broner is an easy fight for Thurman? I mean, I can't even say that. Listen, boxing is a what have you done for me lately performance. Keith Thurman has a 2-year layoff, car injuries, elbow spurs, bumper car ride scratches, and all types of shit. Hurt his hand, and his last performance, which was Jose Cito Lopez. So I can't even say Broner is an easy fight. I'm not saying I wouldn't favor Thurman, but I can't say it's an easy fight, because more people, even though Broner just lost to Pacquiao, he lost to a legend. I would say more people probably view Broner as, having more in the tank than what they thought Jose Cito Lopez had. Someone said Broner, the whole hood. Hey, y'all tripping. I don't know. I just don't. I can only go off of Keith Thurman's recent activity, and it's a long layoff and a performance where he started off real sharp, but then there's certain imprints that fight left, especially namely I think the 7th round or whatever, he got really buzzed. Damn, 7 dislikes already. The hate is real. Fuck them. I would hate too. You see that? We got $50 super chat and 1 super chat. I mean, it is what it is, bro. It's like, more often than not, it's dudes with not enough time to focus on the right shit. It'd be dudes with 3 and 4 accounts, probably 7 accounts. So off top, I'm getting 7 dislikes. So I don't care about that. These YouTube paychecks is growing, so I don't know. You guys can sort out the likes and dislikes. That shit don't faze me. And until them YouTube paychecks slow up and start, I don't have the ability to travel, and I got to get a job, and I can't afford to continue covering boxing. I don't give a fuck about them dislikes. And the thing is, like I said, for you guys, look at it. Dislikes, but what are you disliking? What, like the title? Like, I don't see the dislike comments that support that. We're 7 people who are chomping at the bit to be in the hot seat. So, that don't mean nothing to me. Like, what are you disliking? Shout out to my dude Antonio. He said, damn, Ego, some dudes live to hate what regular dudes dislike. Beta male shit. You already know what it is. See, and this is the thing. I swear to you guys, we have, like, before YouTube even came out with live streaming ability for its creators, we just been studying, right? So I just collected data. So by the time it happened, when YouTube came out with YouTube Live capability, we had already collected the data and we had already studied, what the game in the boxing, at least for the boxing scene, was like. So I already had these dudes trapped. So you guys realize this too. They know if they show their face with the dumb shit, they're going to either get put in the hot seat or they're surrounded by my shooters. So they have to do stuff because dislike is anonymous on YouTube to this day. Like Wilder said, to this day, So that's the only thing they can do is do a drive-by. Like, that's the only form of hating they can do, without having to answer to somebody. You get what I'm saying? Because we have the perfect setup. That's why the hot seat exists. Because if they came in and said, oh, fucking Tank's a bum and Lomachenko's God, and they're going to have to answer to that. They're going to have to explain that because nobody believes the shit they're saying anymore. So they know they're not going to do that. So they just dislike, because it's the anonymity of it. They can just stay anonymous. Just, I dislike it. I'm out of here. Or probably they stay and listen to see what we're talking about. The boxing game is funny. There's a lot of beta male shit going on in this game. Motherfuckers will dislike but then want to be just like me. They'll dislike and then copy. I'm telling you, people copy my whole workflow. Like the video, you just go look at it. Just look at the timestamps, look at the dates. I'll talk about a video, a subject, and then they talk about it. Or they'll wait to see my video is getting good traction, and they'll try to coattail and piggyback off it. Oh, shit, Ego just put this video up this morning. It's already at 8,000 views. Let me talk about it. That's what they do. They don't come up with their own workload. Come on, bro. Y'all know what it is. They really wait for someone else to, like, instead of you talking about that topic and then making it hot, you wait till somebody else do it. And then when it's a proven success, like, oh shit, Ego's talking about Tank and Lomachenko, let me go make a video about it. This is what they do. You already know what it is. I don't wait for no one. I don't give a fuck. I don't even watch YouTube boxing anymore. I really don't. I got shit to do. You see me renovate, I don't be on it like that. Shout out to Rob Singleton. We got to get back to his money. Okay. $2 super chat. Zapata got robbed. Had it for him 8-4. So you fighting someone's backyard. I thought it could have been a draw-ish. I didn't get to watch some of the earlier rounds, because I came in late. So it was a close fight from what I seen. Yeah, but I don't know. See, the old media don't know what the fuck they're talking about, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all can believe it and support who you want and hope for new media to fail and hope old media pulls it out. They can't win because a lot of them don't know shit about boxing. I seen writers and channels. They're talking about Jose Ramirez. This is a prequel to him fighting Terrence Crawford. From what I seen, that fight don't need to happen. Like, you haven't even proven, like, Jose Ramirez, he's from NorCal. He's a cool dude. I've asked him questions and stuff and went to his media days and stuff. But based on that performance, I can't see a Terrence Crawford and Jose Ramirez fight being uttered anytime soon. At all. You know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about different divisions now. Jose Ramirez has the size to move up for sure. But, he's still learning clearly. I would rather seen him in the World Boxing Super Series tournament at 140. Fight Regis Prograis. That's a good fight because he's still developing. You're still developing. Fight Ivan Barracuda or whatever, Baranchuk or whatever his name is. Fight Josh Taylor. But Terrence Crawford's too tall an order to me. Machado got 200,000 for the ass whooping last night. See, listen, all right. I'm glad you brought that up. I don't know if that's a true number, but it sounds like it could be because I heard someone else talking about them. Listen, the thing I fail to understand with DAZN is this. I don't care. You motherfuckers say I'm hating or whatever. The Zone they came in the game and it was like the OJs, money, 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 money. It was just like all this money talk, like big boy, big bank take, little bank talk. And I'm like, okay, shit, billions of dollars. Eddie Hearn talking about billions of dollars. But you know what's not adding up is with all this money talk, is like how is a champion, who he was on a couple of title defenses. I don't remember how many Machado had. Why is he getting the same amount around the same amount Ishii Smith is getting to be the B-side versus Erickson Lubin? But they say Al Heyman is the cancer of boxing. So your main event, if he made $200,000, that's around how much Ishii Smith made. And he was the main event. That don't make sense. If you the Billionaires Boys Club, how is he making, that's like UFC wages or some shit. Nah, bro. Phillip Banks, nah. He says $200,000 for one night of work is legit, no matter who you are. You don't know what you are talking about. 200. See, listen. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not trying to insult you. I don't know who you are or anything like that. But here's the thing. See, fans need to stay in the role of fans. Unless you understand how this boxing game works and trickles down and breaks down, then it's gonna anything. Put it this way. If you ain't made type of money like that, then of course everything is gonna sound good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't had Carl's Jr. in a few years, because the last time, it's been years. I don't know how many, 5-6 years since I had Carl's Jr., right? Because the last few times, I used to like Carl's Jr., but it's like the last few times I went, 5-6 years ago, it just wasn't good, right? But if I was starving in the desert, then Hardee's, Carl's Jr., all that shit is going to sound real good. Like, goddamn, y'all got a Western bacon cheeseburger? Of course it's going to sound good because I'm starving. So if you are just an everyday Joe and you've never made $100,000 in a year, you never made $50,000 in a year, then of course you're gonna just look at the value and say, oh man, $200,000, that's great. These motherfuckers are risking their lives. Adonis Stevenson, I ain't seen no pictures, I ain't seen no videos. The videos I see of Pritchard Cologne are heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Like, you're putting your whole life at risk. So you're putting a number on your life, damn near, because anything can happen in the sport of boxing. That's one thing. Two, you're looking at it just like, oh, just $200,000, for one night's work, but you're not understanding that Uncle Sam gonna tax 40% of that. So your shit's already halved. So your life is now worth half. And we can keep going on and on. So yeah, you get into $200,000, and then you have to, because it's a lump sum. Uncle Sam need his cut. You basically have 40% of all that gone off rip, right? Charge it to the game. Then you got to pay your team. What about your coach? Would he get 10%? What's 10% of 100,000? Y'all not good with math? 10,000. So now you already down to 90,000. How did you get ready for sparring? Where'd you live? Oh shit, you was training in a house. Renting a Airbnb or whatever the fuck you was doing in a house for a month with sparring partners. How much does that cost? Whatever that costs. Okay. Oh shit, how'd you get sparring work? Oh yeah, that's right. You had to pay sparring partners. $400 a week or whatever you pay them, $1,000, whatever, it depends on who you are. That shit add up like a motherfucker. You gave them even if you gave them $200 a week, that's for a week worth of work. 200, that's cheap, for a big fight. But even 200 times multiple sparring partners, so that shit eat up quick. It's just like you see rappers and shit, they get a 100,000 advance or $1 million advance. Oh shit. You gotta look at taxes, you gotta look at Uncle Sam, you gotta look at how much of that is going towards your album, promotion of your album, design, and photo shoot and all this shit, travel. I think it was Danny Boy from Death Row. He told a story how he had like Suge Knight was just like savage, and he said something like Suge Knight was like, "Oh yeah, you want to shoot the music video for your song? Okay, yeah, you can shoot it. Oh, you want to go to Mexico? Okay, cool. Write out how many people are going. Da da da." So Danny Boy was like, "I ain't mad at you." He was feeling it. He said they went to Cancun or Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, or wherever they were. They went to Mexico, had a ball. They flew women with them, and Casey and JoJo and Pac and Snoop. And Suge was, unbeknownst to Danny Boy, he said that Suge was like tallying up how much everything was costing. Like they was like buying the bar out and all types of shit. And he think Death Row was gonna pick up the tab. Suge Knight was tallying that, notarizing that, itemizing that, and he was taking it out of Danny Boy's shit. It wasn't like, oh, you thought Death Row was paying for this? Nah, you paying for this, coming out your shit. So Danny Boy was like, what the fuck? Then he already fuck around and he spent $250,000 and he didn't even think it was That's why you got to read that fine print. You got to know what you're doing. Because Danny Boy probably would have made some of them decisions differently. It's different when it's spending, go to the casino with your money versus going with someone else's money. Trust me, it's just like free food tastes better. If somebody give you, a steak and it's solid and it was free, all right, cool. But if you had to pay $75 for that steak and it's just okay, it's not gonna be cool. Shout out to FN, $2 super chat. Eddie Hearns. So yeah, man, that 200,000 is not as like crazy as you think, especially when you're risking your life. But anyway, the whole basis of this, just answer this question: how is Ishe Smith, who I don't even know the last major fight he really won? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. But like Julian J. Rock Williams and Edeslandi, he lost all them fights. So how is he making 150, 200,000 to fight Erickson Lubin on the same night as the B side? Yeah, I fuck with Vlad TV. I mean, I just watch whenever. Shout out to China Mac. China Mac be spitting knowledge. Like I like his interview. But Vlad be trying to talk more than China Mac. I'm trying to hear Mac. I want to hear Mac. But I like what China Mac is doing. But I don't listen to everything. Listen, I make money on the internet. I don't have time for the internet like that. Like, I try to stay away from the internet. But I catch Vlad, I'm subscribed to him and everything. But I don't watch all of, Lord Jamar and all of his interviews. It's just if I see it and it interests me with the title, then I'll click on it. But anyway, so that's that. Like, it makes no sense that Machado is getting anywhere near the realm of Ishe Smith, because when no one knew Machado was finna lose, so he was the defending champion. He's with Freddie Roach, things like that, and he's getting the same amount as Ishe Smith, who's the B side versus Erickson Lubin, who end up losing. That's crazy. But DAZN keeps saying they got $1 million. I don't know. That don't make sense to me. DAZN and Eddie Hearn, like, oh, we got $1 billion, million, $1 trillion for fillion. But Dillian White don't like his offer. It's just, that stuff is not making sense to me. You got $1 billion. Like Eddie Hearn, literally, when he first started announcing, my dude Ronald Finkley ain't got no chill. He just be saying, he's like, no billions. He don't beat around the bush or nothing. Listen, when Eddie Hearns first started talking about DAZN in America, and he's like, oh yeah, we got $1 billion and the floodgates, fighters are gonna be flooding our lines to come over, all this shit. Who's doing that? Let me know. Like, who's just flooding the airwaves, like dying to to go over to DAZN. You know? Now, Canelo shit makes sense. They paying him $500 million for 10, 11 fights. Go get that money. I would get that money if that's what the contract is. You know? Canelo don't care who. You know? And actually, that's a win-win for Canelo because there's no pay-per-view, so he don't have to worry about numbers. You know, he just make the fights and don't have to worry about pay-per-view. So that's a win for Canelo. But from a business perspective, it hasn't been proven to be a win for DAZN. Like I said, how do you have $1 billion but Dillian White don't like his order? How do you keep telling everyone that Anthony Joshua is the biggest star in boxing, but you can't even appease his opponents with an offer that they like that makes them comfortable enough to take the fight? Yet Canelo, you know, with the same platform, is fighting Daniel Jacobs, a fight where I've heard zero complaints. Now, Joshua versus Miller, I have heard some complaints. Some people are in the middle, some people like it, but I've heard a lot of complaints as well. Like, man, I didn't want to see that. Nobody's really saying that I ain't heard nobody who says Canelo versus Jacobs is a horrible fight. Listen, I'm glad my shooters clapped that dude or whatever. He says, bro, I love you, but stop hating on Joshua. Bro, nobody's hate. What is this obsession you guys have with Joshua? Nobody is hating on Joshua. Listen, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, nobody ever stepped foot on my channel and said I was hating on Joshua. So, you know, if I wanted to hate on Joshua, what changed? Why do I just need to start doing it all of a sudden? Come on, bro. And notice this. This is what I want from Ego's Army. Don't just accept the bullshit. Even from me. If what I'm saying is bullshit, utter bullshit, challenge me. Because if we get into it enough, you know, we could set up a hot seat and we'll see if it's really bullshit. But challenge what you guys hear. How are people blaming me and saying I'm hating, but they refuse to tell what I hated on? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the easiest thing would be to describe what I said that was untrue. If I'm hating on somebody and I just don't want to see someone successful, or, you know, wouldn't I be making up stuff? Wouldn't I be like, you know, hitting below the belt? I'm not doing any of that. I'm telling you what I feel based on the current scope of boxing. Period. See, Chazamine, he said he's sick of y'all. So once again, whoever said that, tell me what I said to hate on Joshua, where I don't want to see him successful. You know, I'm just picking on him. You dudes in the comment section be cowards. Act like straight up cowards. Because the real boxing fans feel it. They know where everything's coming from. They know where the energy's coming from. Well, I gotta hate on Joshua. Please tell me. Because he's tall, I'm tall. Because he got money, I got money. You know, I don't have his money, but I don't care. I don't need all that. You know, I'm perfectly content. You know, I ain't gotta hate on nobody. But tell me what I said was wrong. See, they refuse to do that. That's what I'm asking for Ego's Army. Don't just accept, oh yeah, Ego's biased. Okay, make them tell you what I said that was biased. You know, oh, Ego's a racist. All right, cool. What did I say that was racist? And then you'll find they can't, you know, it's basically you guys are creating your own mini hot seats. You'll notice they can't do it because they full of shit. They just don't want to admit what you're saying is true, so they try to deflect and stir up some shit, or, you know, slander me or slander, you know, your name because of what you're saying. Shout out to Hamza. My shooters, they be on point. He said, Ronald Finkley said crickets. Hamza says nothing Ego says about AJ is debunked. Just name calling and fanboy comments. Stop hating on my guy. Grow up. Exactly. That's how you know we destroying them. That's why what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying them. I'm destroying these man fans because they're just trying to cause distractions. They want to try to defame me, like some National Enquirer, Jeff Bezos shit. But you ain't got no dirt on me. You get what I'm saying? They want to distract you from what's really happening. Oh, stop hating on AJ. Well, okay, what'd I say? And then they can't say nothing. Oh, you're ugly, ego. Okay, that's what's up. But tell me what I said that was wrong. I don't care if I'm ugly or cute to a guy. That's not my thing. So I could care less about that. I'm destroying them. And they know it. That's why they don't have no sound argument. There's no sound argument. I'm showing video. I'm playing tape. I'm telling you how I feel in connection to all of these like provable, audible, visual reference points and evidence. So it's not a me thing. It'd be one thing. I don't know if you guys seen that, like when it'll be like Obama and it'll make it look like he's singing a song because they took one word that he said from each speech and it looks like he's singing a song because they just edited it together. I'm not doing that with Joshua. I'm not taking like 60 interviews and then just taking one word of each to make it look like, splicing it together to make it look like he said. He's saying these things. Everything I'm saying, I'm playing it undoctored, playing the tape for you. And he's like, oh, the thing is, right, in America, the judges, I don't trust the judges and the ref. He said that. So if you don't trust the judges and the refs fighting Wilder, who's a knockout artist, and at that point hadn't fought Tyson Fury yet, which meant he knocked out everyone he stepped in the ring with at some point, because he knocked out Thurman in the rematch. Why would you be worried about refs and judges when, you think you're going to knock Wilder out? And if Wilder knocked you out, then refs and judges wouldn't even matter. But then you're willing to fight a New Yorker in New York and Gerald Big Baby Miller, and you don't care about the judges all of a sudden? You don't care about the refs? So to me, those are false talking points. How could you be weary of the judges with a knockout artist, but now all of a sudden you don't care about American judges? They, once again, like my dude Hamza said, they refuse to answer simple questions like that because they have no answers. I told you, I'm destroying them. Old media is getting destroyed. I told y'all should have never went against the grain. We told you what was coming. I gave them an option. I said, it's best to fall back. They didn't want to do it, so we destroying them. Battleship sunk. The secrets of war. We tried to give them a chance. In 2018, we gave them several chances. They didn't want to listen. Now, there's nothing. There's no pardons, no clemency. We coming. That's what it is. Does Big Baby have a puncher's chance against AJ? Yeah, it's the heavyweight division. All them guys have a puncher's chance. The real reason that rubs people the wrong way is just the timing, just the lies, just the games. That's it. Once again, I'm on record saying this. Listen. Gerald Miller versus AJ is not the worst fight. I would rather, if someone, all things considered, I would rather see Gerald Miller versus AJ than Dominic Brazil versus AJ when he fought him, or Eric Molina versus AJ when he fought him. The difference being is the timing. Back when he was fighting Dominic Brazil, that was his first title defense. Fighting Eric Molina, okay, he was just like grown in star power. Cool. But things have changed. You beat Klitschko. So it's not even the fact that Gerald Miller is the worst fight ever created for AJ, because in fact, I'd rather see Povetkin or Gerald Miller versus AJ when they fought him than I would have Dominic Brazil versus AJ or Eric Molina, because he had already been knocked out by Chris Arreola and Deontay Wilder. It's the principle. It's the principle behind the matter, and it's the circumstances, and it's the lies. Shout out to Black Granite 33 $2 super chat. Appreciate you. It's the lies and stuff in the games and things like that. Constantly playing game. That's what's hurting Team Joshua, because they weren't being transparent. saying stuff like Eddie Hearns up until 2 weeks ago, recently, was saying I have a short list and the names include Dillian White, Gerald Miller, and Tyson Fury. When he knows that's a lie. He knows that's the lie. He knows that Tyson Fury wasn't on no short list, and unless without like some kind of miraculous turnaround, that Tyson Fury and him weren't going to be fighting. He knows. That's the problem. Why even try to bamboozle the public and make it look like Tyson Fury is really on the short list for Joshua in April, when you haven't even had consistent conversations with Tyson Fury, when Frank Warren has done, who's his promoter, several interviews saying you try to backdoor us and go through Tyson Fury directly, but that's not how it works. You have to reach out to me first, and we're a team. And he was like, the offer you sent us anyway was derisory. It was horrible. Right? So why are you even trying to fake the funk like Tyson Fury was really an option for him next? I mean, and obviously the biggest reason is because the world knows that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury were in deep negotiations that were going pretty well. They know that. So once again, that's a game. To me, that's a game. Your short list should have been Dillian White versus Gerald Miller. And then it got to a point where Dillian White pretty much Dillian White said, no can do. I know my worth. So, and you still had Eddie Hearn acting like he didn't know which way it was going to go. They're like, oh, so they asked him on DAZN. They said, hey, Eddie Hearn, you think Gerald Miller is the front runner? Oh, I wouldn't say he's the front runner. I couldn't say that. I just say, I don't know, but don't be surprised if you see AJ. You do know that, but he's still like just acting like he doesn't know. Like, oh, I don't know if Gerald Miller's the front. Why can't you just say he's the front runner? Because to me, I think it's embarrassment. You don't want, that's not the fight. People are going to react the best for. So you don't want to just say it like, hey, yeah, Gerald Miller. But my thing is this. What I never understood with these promoters is there's no real softening the blow. You're going to have, it's like telling your parents, let's say they went out of town or something, and you and your brother broke the vase, your mom's favorite glass vase, and you broke it, right? You're going to have to tell her she's going to notice. You're going to have to tell her at some point. So when they call, it doesn't really benefit you you might as well just tell them there and like brace them, but bottom line is they're going to find out either way. So what's the point of saying that Gerald Miller is not the front runner when they're asking you a direct question and he's the front runner if you're going to announce Miller versus Joshua anyway? They're going to find out at some point. So what's the point? Might as well just be like, yeah, I would say he's the front runner, but we never know. It's boxing. Cool. Boom. Done. But Eddie Hearns was like, oh, I can't say he's the front runner. Not necessarily. What do you mean not necessarily? Put it this way. How is it that new media, my channel, Boxingego, Ego's Army, have been able to predict the last few moves back to back to back without messing up regarding Joshua? Regarding matchroom, rematch room. Answer that. Last year, I told you that Joshua wasn't going to fight Wilder. He didn't fight Wilder. Told you it wasn't going to happen next. I said Povetkin was like, he fights Povetkin. Right? I told you that despite Dillian White and Luis Ortiz going back and forth on the internet last year, saying they wanted to fight, despite the WBC ordering them to fight, it wasn't going to happen last year. It wasn't going to happen in December. Once again, Eddie Hearn, the tricks are old. He's talking about, oh yeah, Luis Ortiz is on the short list for Dillian White, along with Dominic Breazeale and Derek Chisora. Okay, who Who does he fight? Not Dominic Breazeale, not Luis Ortiz, like I told y'all, and like the WBC ordered, but Derek Chisora, the exact guy that I told you he was going to fight. They say, oh, we might be able to fight Wilder next. We might be able to fight Tyson Fury next. We might be able to fight Dillian White next. We might be able to fight Gerald Miller next. Or Luis Ortiz got called out. I told you it wasn't going to be Luis Ortiz, wasn't going to be Wilder, wasn't going to be Tyson Fury. And then as time went on, I told you it wasn't going to be Dillian White. Now they're talking about Dillian White fighting April 20th and Joshua fighting in June versus who I told you, Gerald Big Baby Miller. So once again, come on, like, it's the same magic trick. People are catching on to this. There's no way I should be able to predict. If you were really being stealthy about it, then how could I have predicted sequentially what exactly was going to happen for various different situations regarding the same company? Jeff Marshall, $2 super chat. What are the odds of AJ Miller selling out Madison Square Garden? I'm not sure. You know, I don't even know how much Madison holds. 21,000, 20,000. But there's ways to kind of falsify that, because the day before Canelo Fielding, some of you guys don't know this. The day before Canelo Fielding, they said they had 4,000 to 5,000 tickets available still. So, you know, it just depends. And then the day of the fight, they said Canelo Fielding was sold out. So either they got people in the building, you know, when they showed it on camera, it looked like it was pretty sold out. But you never know. They could have comped a lot of tickets. They could have gave away free tickets on radio shows just to make it, you know, the event bigger. They could have put tickets on like Groupon or, you know, just different stuff. There's all types of shit. I have people that go to fights, you know, Eagles Army and stuff, and they've sent me emails, right, where they bought worse tickets and they're supposed to be sitting higher up, but, you know, because they bought them early or whatever, they were randomly selected and they got better seats. They're like, hey, thank you for your 5-ticket purchase. We're moving you closer to the action. So they do stuff like that. So it, you know, so it could look full and look packed out, like upgrade people's tickets and shit. So I don't know. I don't know if it sells out. I don't really care. You know, if it does, it does. But I don't know. I don't know, because there's so many ways to finagle that. That's, you know. But even if you were going to, I keep saying it, even if you were going to, if they were going to make Miller versus AJ, they should have been building up Miller in a more monumental way, so people would at least buy into the fight more. You get what I'm saying? Like, they haven't even been marketing Miller as a headliner. His headline fight, they put him in a fucking barnyard in Kansas. You get what I'm saying? They should have been putting him, like, readying him for it. Like, okay, like, I don't know if there's a Polish guy or some shit, because New York has a lot of Polish following too. Put him as the main event in New York with a Polish fighter, just somebody who's top or whatever. I mean, I'd have to look at they haven't been headlining him, period. And then when they did, it was a card in Kansas, but they haven't been headlining him as a New York main attraction. So the downside to this, DAZN, man, I can't wait. I want to see DAZN's books. I wish I had I could look under the hood, because they're putting out money and offering up all this money. I gotta see this return, bro. I gotta see you giving Canelo. I don't know if one or two fights can justify your whole year spending like crazy. You know, maybe getting Triple G and giving him $42 million. Like, they're just tossing around money. I don't see how this is going to work unless they start getting major returns on their investment. Canelo tickets aren't even on sale yet. They're probably going to be high, too. They're probably going to be expensive. Like here's a tidbit. Some of y'all didn't even put this into perspective. Ryan Garcia, he's from Victorville, California. So SoCal. He was at Gervonta Tank Davis's Showtime PBC fight. You know, some of the guys that were there interviewed him, like some of the channels and shit. And DAZN / Golden Boy, his network or platform, and his promoter had the Machado card the same night, yet Ryan Garcia's at Tank shit. Y'all didn't even put that into perspective. I talked about that on Twitter yesterday. Ryan Garcia didn't even go to his home team's own game. That's like me being in high school. My high school team, the mascot was the Vikings. You know, that's like me not going to a big home football game with my home team, with my high school, but I go to another high school's home game. Ryan Garcia didn't even go to the DAZN card. So this dude has 1.8 million followers. You know, women like him. He's popping up all over and working out and showing his speed and stuff. And he ain't even at the DAZN card. You know? He had Tank shit. He had the PBC shit. Hey, block Everett Ramos. Nobody give a fuck what you talking about. Shooters clap him. He says Ego was being biased in his last stream. Well, we talking about this stream. We ain't talking about last stream. Once again, if you idiots don't say what I said, you'll probably be clapped because you're only here to cause distractions. You see how they never admit what I say? I just want you guys to see a repeat pattern. Do you notice when I'm killing them, when I'm destroying them with fact, they never come with it's not like we going bar for bar, line for line, fact for fact. They don't want that. They don't even try to do that. They try to distract you. Notice they do not say what I said. They just say Ego is being biased. You know, they just generalize it. They just give you this bullshit blanket statement as opposed to telling you what I actually said. So if you are not going to take the extra 2 seconds to, on top of your biased comment, let the world know what I said that was so biased, you're getting clapped because we don't believe you. We run this game. We in the lead. Check the scoreboard. If you have a different opinion, fine. But in your diatribe where you're, trying to slander me, tell people what I said. Shout out to Joaquin Thompson. They just say Ego's being biased. Because it's easier that way to not actually break down what I said. It's just, Ego's being biased. No facts, no proof. No, there's no proof that I even said whatever they're accusing me of saying. So we not buying it. And it's always when I'm drilling them and killing them. When old media is getting buried, that's when they always show up. But I can't wait to look under DAZN. I mean, I wish I had a way to look at under the hood to see what's going on. Because DAZN has Brandon Rios versus Humberto Soto in Mexico. That's a DAZN main event. Some of y'all don't even know that. Brandon Bam Bam Rios is fighting Humberto Soto at God knows what weight, because Soto, I remember he fought Matisse and got knocked out at 140. That was actually a good fight though at the time. But anyway, when it was all done, he got knocked out at 140. Brandon Rios' last fight with Canelo's brother was like 151 or some shit. And now, I don't even know. I thought Humberto Soto retired, to be honest. I'm not even being funny. See, they keep waking these fighters from the dead and shit. Thomas Adamak and people who are not even that's the say. I wouldn't be surprised if Antonio Margarito headlines a DAZN card. I'm not even bullshitting. I'm not even bullshitting. It's like you keep resurrecting fighters and shit, like from the past and shit. Like that, I didn't even like. I'm like, damn, this person's still fighting. Like, it'll be like something like just Bolo Young versus Billy Blanks. I'm like, damn, they still fighting? Shit, I didn't know Bolo was still fighting like that. You break my record, now I break you, like I break your friend. I'm like, oh shit, Tybo, you Tybo ho, Billy Blanks and Bolo, okay. No, they just be resurrecting like Tupac versus Biggie. Like, damn, they back? They back on DAZN? They came back for that DAZN paycheck? Bro, I'm not even lying. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to insult. Brandon Rios is fighting Humberto Soto on DAZN in Mexico. In Tijuana. That's a main event? Really? You know, Machado versus Andrew Cancio, Jaime Munguia versus whatever the dude's name is, Inui. I gotta see what's going on. Ryan Garcia's fighting in March. I don't know who he's fighting, but he's still on the come up, so I'm not gonna, that's my guy anyway. But he's still on the come up, so I'm not gonna be hard. But Jaime Munguia is a champion. And the thing is, bro, I'm not trying to be like funny or anything. I'm being 100% real. People keep saying like, oh, it's only $9.99 a month. $9.99. Well, I said I'm not trying to be funny, and I did that voice. That was kind of fucked up. But they keep saying like, people, it's $9.99. $9.99 a month, right? Yeah, that's cool, but I'm not just arbitrarily paying $9.99 for anything just because it's $9.99. Like, are you gonna, if you tried a pizza place and it wasn't that good, and they're like, hey, you can order 3 times a month, for $9.99, pay us monthly, but you didn't really like dig the pizza. I'm not gonna just pay $9.99 because it's only $10. What the fuck? Y'all got the game twisted. What? Who does like I've been in business at all different levels. I work for companies. That's what I'm saying. Like Little Caesars pizza tastes like cardboard and ass at this point. Like Little Caesars back when I was a kid, I was like, oh shit, pizza, this shit is good. But I went to Little Caesars recently. This shit tastes like cardboard and ass. Like it tastes like foam or poster board. Like it don't taste good to me. But I'm not gonna, I pay for quality. I'm not gonna just because it's $5. That's cool. But if the shit ain't that good, it tastes like binder paper, college rule paper. I'm not just buying a pizza because it's mad greasy. I ate Little Caesar. I got so many new pimples as I was eating and shit. I was looking like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. This shit was so greasy. This shit had my shit. I'm like, damn. And I don't even really get like wild pimples like that. I ate the Little Caesars. That shit had so much grease. My shit, I started looking like Seth Brundle and shit. Man, fuck all that. That shit was greasy as fuck, bro. You ever put a napkin on top of the pizza and a napkin just says and just soaks up all the game and shit look like a auto mechanic oil rag? It might be your alternator, it might be the carburetor. Like that shit was so greasy. That shit was wild greasy. I started eating the box and shit. I couldn't even tell the difference. I'm eating the box and shit. Like, oh, this shit ain't that bad. Oh, I'm eating box. What the fuck? What? I ain't buying no fucking Little Caesars. Fuck out of here. Just because it's $5. Hey, I hate Kid Corleone. That man said that Cronenberg. He really be knowing his shit. I give you that. Shout out to my guy. Yeah, bro. Man, who the fuck is Bill Clark? Man, y'all pissing me off right now. Right? Who the fuck is Bill Clark? That sound like the Lean On Me. Is that the Lean On Me teacher? The principal or whatever? Morgan Freeman? Who the fuck is Bill Clark, man? Get him the fuck. Listen, I don't got time for it right now. Yeah, get Bill Clark the fuck up out of here. That sound like the first black dude that went to non-segregated schools. Who the fuck is Bill Clark? Right when segregation ended. No, it says right here, I can drink from the same fountain as you. I could drink from the same very fountain as you. I'm Bill Clark. Like, who the fuck is Bill Clark? Man, get Bill Clark the fuck up out of here. I don't care. I don't want to hear anything that he has to say. He's a teacher from Lean On Me. Bro, I don't have no patience right now. Who the fuck is Bill Clark? Yeah, fucking separate but equal looking ass. Sidney Poitier looking ass. Get him the fuck up out of here. I'm not playing no games. Danny Glover looking motherfuckers. Get these old ass dudes out, bro. It's a new regime. I'm telling you, Death Row East. I don't know no damn Bill Clark. That just sound like a snitch name. Like you definitely gonna snitch. Like, so are you in Treyway or not? I'm Bill Clark. I didn't want to be in the gang, but they made me. They made me say Treyway. Motherfucker telling the cops everything they want to know. Fucking Bill Clark. That sound like a rat. Who the fuck is Bill Clark? He signed his name on all the police documents and shit. Man, fuck out of here. Bill Clark. DeMarc. Get him out of here. Oh my, I'm gonna choke to death. Please stop. Someone said in the heat of the night looking ass. Yeah, Yafut Kato. Man, get these old bro, I don't have time for that. Yeah, Bill Clark wearing a wire and shit. What you guys done did with the dope? Like, why are you yelling and shit? Like, hey, come here. What is that? Thin Mints. Like, why you keep saying Thin Mints? Thin Mint. Like, stop saying Thin Mints. What you wearing, a wire? You rip his shirt, big ass wire and shit. He trying to say Thin Mints, the code words and shit. Thin Mints. Thin Mints. Motherfucker, we know you wearing a wire. Fucking Stringer Bell looking ass. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking Idris Elba, motherfucker. I don't know why. It was, y'all got me. Y'all got me pissed off right now. I'm just sick of the games, man. Get Stringer Bell the fuck up out of here, bro. Yeah, tell me about the goddamn Treyway Bloods. What you want to know. He got the cigarette and shit. It all started, 1 October. I was in Brooklyn, you see. We ran up on a rival gang and put his nuts on the dresser. Just a nutsack by itself. And banged them shits with a spike bat. Like, what? The fuck kind of story? And then we took the brick. Like, what? What is it? You a snitch, bro. Hey, Hamza hood as hell. He said Stringer was a G, though. Y'all funny. Anyway, I need to see I want to see this DAZN get, like, Brandon Rios versus Humberto Soto. Like, really? Kell Brook, who looked, that it didn't look like his best work, versus Jesse Vargas. Like, these are the, like, and people, oh, it's just, yeah, it's just $10. It's just $10. Yeah, but, you know, what do we get? Like, what'd we do? What do you mean, what'd we do? Anybody know what that's from? If anybody guesses this, he's like, what'd we do? What do you mean, what'd we do? Anybody know what that is from? That shit was so funny. If anybody guesses that, you certified. No, it's not Bernie Mac. Close, but not Bernie Mac. The girl was like, what'd we do? What do you mean, what'd we do? That shit was so funny. Wow. Shout out to Black John. He really got it. That shit was Martin. Hey, give some claps to Black John. The Black Channel. Why does Black John know all the sitcoms? Hey, listen. Y'all got to give it up to Black John. They going to get so mad because your name is Black John. They going to blame me for your name being Black John. Black John know his shit. Yep, it was that workout where Martin was the aerobics instructor. She was like, what'd we do? What do you mean, what'd we do? Yeah, I seen your ass at the chicken spot. The Black John. Why does Black John know all the black sitcoms? Who cares about Martin Lawrence? What the Black... The Black John. Why do black people love sitcoms? There's more to do in life than watch Living Single with Queen Latifah. Like, what is Living Single? Like, what? That's how the racist dudes. Bad Boys 3 is going to be lit. Oh, absolutely. Hey, what y'all think of that Chucky, that Child's Play? Hey, man, they didn't really show enough on the trip. I need to hear Chucky's voice. I need to hear Chucky's voice. Because the original dude had that right voice for Chucky. I don't want to hear no goofy shit. Like, they going to fuck around and mess it up. You know, like, Chucky got to, I don't know. I'm just particular. He can't, like, no disrespect to my New Yorkers, but you can't just give Chucky a New York accent and shit. Yo, dead ass. Where the fuck is my knife, B? Dead ass. I'm just cold as brick, done. Like, I'm not trying to hear Chucky talk. Like, I'm particular about the first dude was right for Chucky. You know, John, you shouldn't leave your dolls laying around, John. I need to get out of this body, John. Like, Chucky just sounded. Hey, you know, John, I kind of figured you'd say something like that. I need to get out of this body. You mean to tell me I gotta stay in the body of an 11-year-old boy, John? No fucking way. Come on, Andy. I thought we were friends till the end. This is the end, friend. Yeah, Chucky was wild in that. I kind of figured you would say this, John. So I brought a little insurance. Where did you get that doll? No, how'd you... Give it back. Sure. How you want it? Broken leg? Oh, your own personal mojo, Doc. They better not fuck it up. Chucky's my shit, bro. I like when Chucky was about to do the spell on the little boy. Hey, Andy, just lean back right quick. Motherfucker had his hand like this. Ake dui dembala yakuze eseta ite midik quadrimork. Give me the power, I beg of you. That's true. That Ake dui dembala show. Ese tetas. Like, did he say tetas? That's titties in Spanish. Motherfucker was speaking Spanish and shit. Ake dui dembala, me gusta tetas, chocha in el lengua. Like, Chucky bilingual and shit. Ake dui dembala mortise. Like, that motherfucker was doing too much with that spell. Like, what the fuck is some Mortise? Like, he's like, Lucas Matisse, Yakuse Septiembre, hasta salud. That motherfucker was tripping with that. Hey, they gotta do the spell. Listen, I'm gonna slap the shit out of the director if they don't do the spell in the reboot. Hey, how did Boykin get? I feel awkward saying that name, but he was cool. Hey, why'd y'all block? Hey, shooters is tripping. BJ Boykin is cool. I can't do it, Dembele. Yakus. Mama say, Mama sa, Umakusa. Like, is that Michael Jackson, motherfucker? Mama say, Mama sa, Umakusa. Mama say. Chucky was hitting that spell though. Mama say, Mama sa, Umakusa. Yeah, Lucas Matisse. I'm like, you know about Matisse, Chucky raw. It's gonna be something stupid. Chucky gonna have rainbow hair and face tats like Tekashi and shit. Give me the knife, stupid. Suck my dick with your mother's lips, stupid. Like, bro, like I can't have no dog talking to me like Tekashi and shit. I will punch you into the ocean. That's what they're gonna do. It's gonna be some contemporary shit. Them, Chucky gonna pull up on the victim. Is you dumb da 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 dumb da da da? Like, like what the fuck is this? Is this Tekashi, motherfucker? Is this Tekashi, motherfucker? Oh yeah, shout out to Marlon Sims. Can we get some claps? Clap it up. You know, we got fighters that watch the channel too. He just went 4-0, 2 knockouts. Let's get it. Anthony Pascal with the $2 super chat. Can we get some claps from Marlon Sims? He's a fighter and he watches our shit. Shout out to Icy, the one $5 super chat. I'm half Haitian, Ego. We be at home doing the spells with him. Y'all be like, put it over the cooking and shit. I can't do it, Dembala, Yakuze, Lucas Matisse, Esta Salud, Quarimork. That's funny as fuck, bro. Shout out to Marlon Sims. Look up Marlon, say cheese. Listen, we had the most fun on the channel. You know, we get some movie quotes going. We run it. You see the super chats, bro. You see what that is. You see, you know, I'll be like the Unabomber. I'm coming 2019. We like the Unabomber ready to bomb you. We straight bomb you like karma. I bomb you like Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber. Me gusta tetas, un chocha, lengua. Hey, why are people getting clapped nonstop? What's happening? I don't know what's going on. I just keep seeing names fade away. Like, see you at the crossroads. Yeah, I've been long. And they're gonna miss everybody. And they're gonna miss living in a hateful world. Sitting in straight there. What's happening, y'all? Are we good? We gotta meet them at the crossroads. Y'all emptying clips. I thought we was making jokes. I didn't know it was serious like that. Oh, it was a stand? Let me go see what he said. I have been your fan on YouTube. You should respect my opinion. As long as I like what you do, you chase me off the live chat. First time I had a comment, that's unfair. Oh yeah, he's in his feelings. Well, see, y'all be doing it. Y'all be liking that shit when they come back. But bro, they be standing me though. That's not cool because they be like tripping. Please don't come and wondering why. Even if I could. Y'all think it's cute until one of these motherfuckers try to John Lennon me. But shit, you better come prepared. You try to John Lennon me, I'm just saying, you better be ready. Dear Ego, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell phone and my pager at the bottom. I sent 2 letters back in autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at the post office or something. But fuck it. What's up, man? How's your daughter? I'm about to have a daughter. Guess what I'm gonna call her? Hey, Ego, I just drank a fifth of vodka. Dare me to drive? You know that song by Phil Collins, Through the Air Tonight, about that boy that couldn't say that other boy from drowning, but did it? Did Phil solid all his concert and found like, that could have been you, Slim. P.S. We should be together too. Please don't. Like what? These dudes be. I don't know what the fuck. I'm not Bobby Valentino or whatever. Slow down. I just wanna get to know you. This is not. I don't know what y'all think, Caitlyn. I don't know what. Like, y'all know what I like. I be talking about it. You know, no disrespect to anybody, but I know what I like. You know, these motherfuckers. Hey, yo, you kicked me off the live stream. That was real disrespectful, man. My brother likes you, too. He wants to be just like you. Remember when you put me in the hot seat and the other guy, he hit me up and shot me? Like, what? I'm like, nah, I don't remember. Remember you put me in the hot seat and said that I got cold feet? Said I got cold feet when I was in the hot seat. I just wanted to hear your voice, man. Like what? Hold on, y'all. Please don't. Rap been over before Cardi. She's the aftermath. I don't even understand what you're talking about. Anyway, man, smash the like button. We working. I miss them early 2000s. Dre, Eminem, D12. A D12 underrated song is I Shit on You. I will shit on you. I don't get I shit on you. That shit was my adolescent years weren't shit to what I do now. I never grew up. I was born grown, grew down. The older I get, the dumber the shit I get in. The more ignorant the incident is, I fit in. Ignoring the shit, how boring it gets. I don't know when to quit throwing a fit. I know I'm a bit flaky, but they make me. Say they could wake me, say take me. Legs and break achy. I'll shit on you. Start pissing, then do the opposite on you. You aren't listening. I said I'll clap a squat on you. Start spilling my guts like chicken cordon bleu and straight shit like Notorious Big did to that bitch on the skit on his last album. Pull your pants down. Ah, shit on. That shit was dope. M was killing that. That man said, my adolescent years weren't shit to what I do now. I never grew up. I was born grown, grew down. The older I get, the dumber the shit I get in. The more ignorant the incident is, I fit in. Ignoring the shit, how boring it gets. I don't know when to quit throwing a fit. Y'all don't know about cadence. What the fuck? Rest in peace to Proof. Y'all got to listen to What the Beat. Method Man, Eminem, and Royce. M was killing. They was all killing it. Splash it on your skin, rub it in like it's Lubriderm. Like Meth was killing. Royce, what did Royce say? He said, my wrist is water and freeze. A mix. This is audio G's. It's the repent shit. Get big. He said, I suck my own like if I had a rib removed. Vampire, sun go down. Bullets travel through the air in the night like Phil Collins. He was killing it. Royce was killing it. But Eminem killed it. Eminem killed it. Y'all got to listen to it. It's called What the Beat. It was on one of them DJ Clue tapes. Eminem was like, it's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder why I keep them ducking under the bed when they hear thunder, because I ain't crazy. I chase it to crazy people to make them believe I'm crazy so they could relate to me and maybe be evil, baby, so they could be evil, baby. I like that. I'm only as crazy as people make me. Believe me, there'll be just as many motherfucking murderers and heroin users without Marilyn's music. He said, I don't care if you use it to murder somebody. I just want to be there when you do it. Now the parents are suing because little Darren is screwing Karen and Susan because I told them to do it on Clues New Shit, and now it's all ruined. The whole world is fucked up because of me. 2 12-year-old girls is knocked up. Oh my God, is the stalker back? Mary John said, Ego, honestly love your channel. He had to text me to tell to him back in the chat and promised not to talk. What? Who the fuck is Mary John? You got a girl and a guy name. Hey, that's creepy though. Why do you have a girl and a guy name? Y'all got married or something? Who's Mary John? That sounds like some backwoods hillbilly shit. I be a Mary John. Mary John Annabelle Joe. Like what? Why do you have a girl guy name? Hey, y'all tripping. I hate Bray Thomas. He said Mary J, little brother. Mary John. I'm in love with Mary John. He's like, you don't know if it's a he or she. My main thing. And if you feel alright. And when I feel it comes as no surprise. He said this fool's got a 1-800 kick me out hotline. Hey, we having too much fun. This shit is funny though, bro. Wow. That man said, I'm Mary John. That sounds like some sausage that you buy from the store. You know how they have like Farmer Joe? Yeah. You want some good hickory smoked sausage for the breakfast? I recommend Mary John. Mary John sausage. We about to get it all with the Mary John. I can't even do the Black Channel. Why don't they woosah, hold on. You want some breakfast sausages? You want some breakfast sausages? I recommend the Mary John. Hey, it's late. I must be getting delirious, bro. This shit is hella funny. I got the Mary. Like, that's why I don't come to Ego's shadow. He's always talking about Mary John sausage. Oh my gosh, real life tears coming out. Please stop. Leave me alone. Just if you get blocked, I don't know, bro. Or like wait a day so you're not emotionally invested in the block. They be getting blocked and coming back 30 say, I'm back, motherfucker. They be back like Samuel L. Jackson, angry and shit. That's right, motherfucker. You can't kill me. Yes, they deserve to die. I hope they burn it out. Like, oh, shit. Long kiss goodnight. Samuel L. Jackson back and shit. Hey, BJ Boykin, he got a free pass. Let him speak his mind. Nobody clap him. I don't even know why he got clapped. Y'all, see, shooters, y'all got to learn who's fam and shit. And who's, like, generally leaving cool comments. All right, say your piece. Nobody touch. If you touch BJ Boykin in the next 5 minutes, you know, then you will lose your shooter pass. No, it's cool. You can speak your piece. I told the shooters don't touch BJ Boykin. I don't know why you got blocked, bro. That or put in timeout. Okay, it sounds like a misunderstanding. Somebody said heads up, don't shoot. Yeah, okay. Shooters. My only advice is this. Hamza in this situation. BJ Boykins, he's usually generally leaving cool comments. So just try to familiarize yourself with the regulars, Eagles Army, and just interpret it. Like, even, you know, ease up on the trigger. Let them say, if it's something that's, here's an example. If it's something that you don't really know, it just sounds like they kind of talking shit, but it's not severe over the edge type shit, then wait, because more often than not, these motherfuckers are gonna say something else crazy, and then that's when you get them. Fair? You know, like if he says something you don't really know if he's quoting a movie or if he's referencing something I said, because he said great fucking channel or he said something like that and he got clapped shortly after that. You know? So just wait. See, shooters, ease up on the trigger, because I'm telling you, these dudes can't contain themselves. They are emotional. So you'll be able to decide really quickly who's a real culprit and who's not, because the real parasites. Someone said ego is Wyatt Earp and the shooters is Doc Holliday. That's what I'm saying. The real trolls and shit, they can't contain this. So you'll be able to tell. That's a little word of advice for the shooters. You know. So just if it's something you don't know exactly, just wait. They're gonna say something dumb. You know, we'll get them. They're gonna get got if they deserve it. So cool. We all on the same page. Y'all been savage with this shit. Y'all been, everybody getting the boot. I'm getting kicked out of my own live streams and shit. My shooters, they went rogue and shit. Shout out to Richie Rich, man. Man, where's Mary John, man? That shit was funny. Shout out to Kenny Linder. No, the shooters do a good job. It's hard though, because we have a system and it attracts the lunatics too. You know, some people just want to get clapped just because they don't mind making 15 accounts. So sometimes it is hard to gauge who's who. Hey, this stream is hella funny. Hey, what do you guys need from the channel? What do you want to see more of, less of, more of? You know, drop your thoughts right now. I'm up for the constructive criticism. What do you guys like on the channel? I'm in the process of renovating anyway, so this helps me. And as always, my channel members, their opinions are going to be weighed even heavier because they've invested in the channel to, you know, so I want to definitely make sure. Brayon Thomas likes the quick hits. Slimbo says don't change shit. Monday mail days, I'll answer the question, so it'll drop sometime Monday. So tomorrow. I'm trying to get suggestions for the channel. Like it could even be topics like, oh, hey, Ego, I haven't heard your thoughts on this. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but I got a lot of work generally pretty frequently. So people keep asking me for like historical videos, like, you know, Mike Tyson versus David Tua. I probably won't be able to do most of those types of videos because I got to stay current, you know, and it's just too much. Boxing's just lit currently. So it's hard for me to do like, oh, who's the, you know, who would have beat Floyd Mayweather type. I still do the Ego rumor mill, but I haven't been labeling the videos Ego rumor mill. I just been putting the rumors out. I see the one, we working on it. That's a good one though. I like it. I like that, Richie Rich. What's a hot seat official? What does that mean? All right, more collab. Charles Baker, I feel you. Live with subscribers. Hey, bro, I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to be cocky, but I'm kind of a big deal. It's going to attract the lunatics, bro. I'm trying to tell you. They're like, oh, yeah, fucking Ego has a phone number. Call this motherfucker. Oh, yeah, Ego. You love to make it worse, you motherfucker. I'm telling you, I can already feel it. It'd be like prank calls and shit, bro. I don't have time for that. Like, oh, yeah, fucking Ego. You want to leave your number? How about you leave your ass? I want to fucking call you. Like, trust me. Just call this motherfucker. It's gonna be some weird shit. And I don't want to do that too. Like, we try to talk real boxing, it's gonna be these King Kniff motherfuckers. Oh yeah. You wanna talk about AJ, huh? Anal ejaculate. Like, what, bro? What? Anal jelly. Yeah, fucking call this motherfucker. So I don't even know if I'm prepared for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of a big deal, y'all. And Ronald Finkley laughing because real brother laughing because he knows, you know. They know. Oh yeah, I signed the contract, big boy. You think you're the shit, huh? Yeah. Maya said creeps breathing into the phone. Yeah, I can't have that. You know, just dude breath. It sounded like Animal and Hawk from wrestling and shit. The Road Warriors. Like, what the fuck was that? This is some Animal and Hawk shit. This is WrestleMania. I'm at SummerSlam. What the fuck was that? Oh yeah, you go. This is how they gonna be on the phone. Rush. Fucking the Bushwhackers and shit, bro. Man. Oh man. See, Kennedy Leonard. That's what I'm saying. I might be too big, bro, because they gonna really be. They gonna be like, you know, and clout chasers. You get what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be clout chasing, trying to, yeah, debate me. Like, what? I don't know. It depends. I have to figure out something because we don't do soliciting and clout chasing and shit like that. So I don't know. This shit funny though. I like the ideas though. Yeah, remember that dude was crying? I was on DBN. He was crying. He was crying in there. He was in. I heard him to the body. He was crying in there. These motherfuckers be crying when they get done up. Real brother, maybe that could work. Yeah, that could work. Cause then at least if they doing some shit, you gonna look stupid because you gonna be paying me to. Yeah, I like that. Cause then if my time's being wasted, you paying for that. Okay. Yeah. But it's still, see, you dealing with an Aries. Yeah, I still have to figure out particular. How am I gonna give super chatters only the access? Like, how can I give only them the number where everyone else can't hear it or see it? You get what I'm saying? That doesn't. So I don't know how that would work. I like the idea, but how can I only give the number to a certain individual on this type of forum without everybody having it? You know, so there's some things that need to be broken down. Patreon only streams, that's easy. You know, people who are channel members in Patreon, that's something. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that dude was really, he was crying in there. He said I heard your shit. He was crying in there. Yeah, we could work it out, bro. This shit is funny though. It's spinal. He was crying in there. What's a mock hot seat? I don't want a mock. I want them to really be ghosts like Swayze if they lose. So I don't know. I don't know what a mock means. Fake. I don't want nothing fake. I want it is gladiator shit. Maximus. Are you not entertained? Like, I want it to be real. I don't want the mock. Hey, real brother, you got them tripping out. He said, really? Nah, bro. W. Larson think you really broke your back and shit. That's an old Mike Tyson. He's just joking. Real brother, you got him thinking you really broke your shit. He retired. He didn't break shit. I broke my back. Mike Tyson said, I broke my back. And it was like Jim Gray gave him every chance to clean it up, and Mike Tyson still didn't do it. He's like, what do you mean? Your back? You slipped a disc? My back is broken. I broke it. You're like, well, you went to the doctor? What did he say? He said it's spinal. Like, there's no doctor with an MD who's just going to, like, yeah, we ran some tests, Mike, and it's spinal. Like, they don't even, Mike, you know he didn't say no spinal. What if a doctor just summarized your shit like that? Spinal. Like, what? That's it? Just spinal? Like, no scientific term for it, another just spinal, huh? Okay. That shit don't even... Your doctor autistic? Motherfucker just saying vertebrae. And just look at you. You just gonna say one word and then stop. That shit was so funny. You're like, hey, so what is it? What is it, doctor? Is it a broken bone? Femur. Like, what do you mean femur? Say something. Doc, say something. Is it broken? Fibula. Like, what? I'm gonna slap you. You just saying fibula and just gonna say one word? Madonna. Like, I'm gonna slap you. Hey, Doc, I'm gonna slap you. He was crying in there. Y'all funny. This is a rowdy ass stream. This is funny though. Hey, DAZN, man, you gotta do something, baby. I just want to see them DAZN numbers, bro. Ted Cheeseman lost. That cheese got grated. Cheese got sliced. They was really trying to build him. The cheese is, melted or whatever tagline they was using. That I never. What? Who is Ted Cheeseman, bro? And the UK just be going along with it. They're like, yeah, here's the cheese. Like, what y'all? Who is he? We in America, and we like, what? Who's Ted Cheeseman? What is DAZN's next fight? Wow, this man called it dead zone. I'm done, bro. What is their next fight? Because listen, I'm trying to tell y'all something. Did not just say that. It should take some time. You take some from. I'm coming to get back. ESPN just put on Jose Ramirez versus Zepeda. That shit was good. The Ray Beltran fight was good. And they're $5 cheaper a month. I want to know. And they also have Crawford versus Khan. People, you can say whatever you want. You're going to watch. I mean, who doesn't watch Crawford fight? And now he's in there with a name like Khan. Interesting fight. Definitely interesting. So the next fight is Brandon Rios versus Humberto Soto. Like, what weight is that even? What is that? What weight are they fighting at? Humberto Soto used to fight at 140. Brandon Rios used to fight at 35 and 40, 47. And then his last fight was at 151. I really thought Humberto Soto was retired. Like, no bullshit. That's what I'm saying. DAZN's calling people who have retired, bro. I'm telling you. I don't just make up shit. I know Thomas Adamak was retired. And then they brought him back for the Gerald Miller fight. Wow, Humberto Soto gets TKO win in 2, ponders retirement, October 2nd, 2016. So in 2016, he was thinking about retired. 2019, DAZN is putting him in the main event. Seems legit. Damn, Humberto Soto has 80 fucking bouts. He fought 80 times. He fought 2 fights in 2018. He fought no fights in 2017. He fought 1 fight in 2016. And he fought 1 fight in 2015. See, I think he retired. And then, because how you don't have no fights from 2016 to 2018? I'm telling y'all. He had 1 fight in 2015 and he lost. Then he had 1 more fight in 2016 and he didn't have no other fights until 2018. And he had 2 fights against a guy who's 32, 29, and 2. And he fought him in Mexico. That's what it looks like. So his opponent in 2018 was at 143 and a quarter, had a record of 32, 29, and 2. Then he fought Edgar Puerta at 146, so welterweight, basically. And he had a record of 25, 10, and 1. And then now he's fighting Brandon Rios in a main event in Tijuana. What? Listen, I need to see them DAZN books, man. I want to see this. Then Machado got upset. Who the fuck said DAZN signing folk from WCW Nitro? Diamond Dallas Page and Sting and shit. What? I just don't see, bro. I gotta see it. Now, Canelo versus Jacobs, bomb. Dope fight all across the board. Great. But I need to see these other bouts. Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade, that's still a good fight. They need to get that done. But we need more fights like that. And, you know, Humberto Soto and Rios, I just don't. What weight, like, oh, what weight is that at? I don't even understand it. And, like, what does it really mean to the division? So, Humberto Soto beats Brandon Rios at 147. Can he beat Pacquiao? Can he beat Errol Spence? Can he beat Keith Thurman? You know, if Brandon Rios, can he beat Pacquiao in a rematch? Can he beat, you know, Keith Thurman or Errol Spence? Like, what? It just doesn't, you know. And I get it. There's different level fights. But see, this is the thing with DAZN. A lot of their fights seem like this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I understand you have to, like, you guys got to get a living. So that's cool. But I'm saying DAZN often has main events that I feel don't really mean much to the division. You know, like Gerald Miller, he's good, but who was his opponent? Dogban Dinu, you know? That doesn't really show me personally everything that I need to know to see about an AJ fight. But if they put him in there with somebody a bit more solid, then I would be like, okay, dope. Here's an example. I'm going to give y'all an example. If y'all want an example, can I get a hell yeah? If y'all want an example, can I get a hell yeah? I'm an example. Okay. People always say Al Heyman this and he's not, you know, he's not matchmaking, is poor and stuff. Well, explain this. Y'all ready? If y'all ready, can I get another hell yeah? All right, here's an example. F.A. Ajagba is fighting on the Sean Porter card, the Sean Porter Ugas card, right? F.A. Ajagba is fighting Amir Mansour, who has a good resume with Steve Cunningham. Even if he lost some of the fights, he fought Gerald Washington and he fought Dominic Breazeale, and he was really winning the Dominic Breazeale fight. This is right before Dominic Breazeale fought Anthony Joshua, FYI. And then he had a freak accident where he somehow bit his tongue and he couldn't continue because the blood was getting in his throat or mouth or something. So they had to cancel, or they had to end the fight. So Dominic Breazeale won by a technicality. But if I'm not mistaken, Amir Mansour dropped Dominic Breazeale and was, Dominic Breazeale had his hands full. Now F.A. Ajagba, so F.A. Ajagba is the Nigerian fighter. He's built pretty tall, lean looking shape, and his opponent, the bell rang and his opponent walked out. That guy, right? F.A. Ajagba, right? He is fighting in his 8th fight, fighting Amir Mansour, right? That's a solid fight, especially for a prospect. His 8th fight, he's fighting Amir Mansour, who definitely has a better resume than he does. So that's a step up for sure. Just like Shakur Stevenson in his 10th fight or whatever is fighting Christopher Pitbull Diaz. That's a step up, right? So I'm all for those types of fights, because there's a clear there's a jump in competition. So to me, look at it like this: Gerald Miller, Eddie Hearns just put him in there with a 40-year-old Thomas Adamak, former cruiserweight, who got knocked out by Eric Molina, who was retired and then came out, and they put him on the Thomas Delorme, Jesse Vargas card. He put Johan Duhaupas with Miller. Johan Duhaupas got knocked out violently by Povetkin, and before that was knocked out by Deontay Wilder. And y'all said Johan Duhaupas was a bum when Wilder fought him, and Wilder fought the undefeated version of him, who just beat Robert Helenius, who was, a guy that people were paying attention to at the time, right? And then Dog Bandinu. I would have rather seen Gerald Miller versus Amir Mansour, and then PBC they got a prospect with 8 fights about to fight Amir Mansour. Adam Kanowski just fought Gerald Washington. I know Gerald Miller and Kanowski are friends, but that would have been a good fight. What about Gerald Miller versus Andy Ruiz Jr.? Gerald Miller versus Joseph Parker. These guys aren't proven to me, Joseph Parker, even he's not a champion anymore. He's not the guy to beat in the division, but I think he's still a more formidable challenge than a guy I've never heard of, like Dog Bandinu. Does anyone think that Joseph Parker is less of a challenge than Dog Bandinu? So in my opinion, Eddie Hearns kind of dropped the ball because he hasn't been building up Gerald Miller with the proper fights, like as a prequel to an AJ fight. Even the guy that Gerald Miller was supposed to fight on the Demetrius Andrade Arturakov card, his name is Trevor Bryan. He has some version of a belt, and he has a pretty good record. I think he might even be undefeated. So that would have probably been a better fight than Dog Bandinu and Thomas Adamak. But then they pulled him out of that fight, and now he's going directly to the pot of gold, golden ticket, Willy Wonka, Joshua fight. Anthony Yarde called out Marcus Brown. That's dope. They say Al Heyman is PBC's putting on fake fights and weak fights. Marcus Brown versus Badu Jack. I thought it was going to be probably more action, but that was it was a crazy fight with that cut and shit. On paper, that was, 2 meaningful light heavyweights. So it's like, what are we talking about? Yarde versus Brown, that's a good-ass fight. You'll hear no complaints from me. Put that on the Tyson Fury Wilder 2. Woo! Ain't Anthony Yarde with Frank Warren? Oh, my gosh. That shit would be wet. Don't be taking my ideas. If y'all take me, y'all got to cash me out. Because, these promoters be taking my ideas and shit. It's happened. Yarde versus Brown on Wilder Fury 2, that's heat. That's heat. I would fully support that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Eddie Hearns put Gerald Miller in, like, and it's not even just like me looking at as an outsider, as a selfish boxing fan. Even for this would be beneficial for Gerald Miller before you fight Anthony Joshua, who is a really good fighter. You know, it would be better to test yourself against more able-bodied people, you know, in recent fights. Like, I would have loved Dillian White versus Gerald Miller. I would have loved Luis Ortiz versus Gerald Miller. How does Luis Ortiz deal with a 317-pound man? You know, he's a phenomenal boxer, but these are questions I would like to find the answer to, you know. What about Gervonta Davis versus Tin Shin talk? That's I don't care about that. That's an exhibition fight. So Tank, they're talking about him fighting 3 times in boxing and then a 4th time in that exhibition. So I don't care about that because he's still fighting in boxing. So let him make a quick bag, knocking out Tin Shin. You know, cool. Nah, Floyd got $9 million to fight Tin Shin. Now, you know, Lil Floyd, the future of boxing Floyd, Tank Davis, let him fight. And they're closer in size anyway. So, you know, let my dude Tank get a bag and go to Japan. So I don't care about that. It's an exhibition. You know, they trying to get Floyd tapped into the Japanese market. He trying to get bags, you know, for him and his fighters. I'm not mad at that. Marcus would kill Yard. Let's see it. It's a good fight. Let's see it. And Real Brother 32, I know you a real one. Shout out to you for that big super chat earlier today too. Tell me if I'm lying. Do you notice the criticism for Al Heyman? Like, if a match is, like, they'll even criticize Tank Davis for fighting a guy that's a substitute through no fault of Davis's. It's not Davis's fault Abner Mares was unable to compete, right? They'll still blame Tank for it and Al Heyman for it. But on their own, Eddie Hearns and DAZN or whatever have put together Brandon Rios versus Humberto Soto as a main event in Mexico. Right? And you notice they're quiet as church mouses when it comes to that. How come nobody's bad-mouthing that? You mad that Tank is fighting Hugo Ruiz when you know damn well that wasn't the initial fight that was supposed to happen. And yet again, through no fault of Tank Davis's, the fight got canceled. They still are mad at Tank and Al Heyman and PBC for that being the case and Tank having some easy work with Hugo Ruiz. But you're not mad that Humberto Soto, who used to compete at 140, Brandon Rios, who used to compete at like 135 and kind of ate himself out of weight classes. His last fight was at 151. You're not mad at Brandon Rios versus Humberto Soto at God knows what weight, 147 or better, you know, in Mexico, Tijuana, Mexico. You see how these are the double standards we talk about, and y'all know it. You're mad at Tank, and he couldn't control the destiny of his main event because he didn't do anything. He made weight. You know, he missed that first, but you have the opportunity to make weight within 2 hours. He only had 4 ounces to lose, and he did that. They still say he missed weight. They still complain that he knocked out Hugo Ruiz. Once again, but Eddie Hearns, didn't he get promoter of the year? He got promoter of the year last year, and he's putting on Brandon Rios versus Humberto Soto in a location that's hard to get to for some American media. You know, I don't even know if Ellie is going to go to Mexico. He might, you know, and I know he's real cool with Brandon Rios. Look at Richie Rich. He says Mikey would KO Tank easy. Once again, they're only here to cause distractions. Mikey needs to worry about KOing Errol Spence. That is his next opponent. Mikey doesn't fight in Tank's division. Listen, this is what these man fans do. Tank is looking like a superstar. He's coming out to Thriller. He made short work. They're mad and saying, like, these man fans are saying stuff like, why is Tank picking on smaller guys? Yet Tell me I'm lying. These dudes are so stupid that they say, why is Tank fighting 126 pounders? Why is he picking on smaller guys? But yet they pit Tank against Mikey Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, both of which don't even fight in his weight class. So you want to see Tank at a weight disadvantage in a weight class he hasn't fought, but you're in the same breath, you're complaining that Tank is picking on smaller guys. But you're talking about Mikey Garcia, who fights at 135 and 140 and is about to fight at 147, and you're talking about him knocking out a 130-pound Tank. You motherfuckers is getting fucked up. All 2019. All 2019. You see the logic. Oh, Tank, he just fights smaller guys, but you want Tank to be the smaller guy and fight Mikey Garcia, who fights at 135, 140, and is now moving up with Snack to 147. You know, Teofimo looks like he has a good size at 135, and you want Tank to fight him. You see, the double standards are running rampant. These dudes can't fuck with it. So once again, they show their hand. They show their true intent. They don't care about Tank fighting the smaller guy because, they only care that Tank is fighting a smaller guy because he's beating the fuck out of him. But when he's at the weight deficit, they don't care. As long as he's at the deficit and it's not somebody else at the deficit. You see that? Their true intentions always show. That's what happens when you battle logic and race and favoritism and bias, or logic versus those things. I should put your dumb ass in the hot seat. Shout out to Joaquin. He said, because blacks on an even playing field is an advantage for blacks. See? I told you. They get mad. Mikey PBC too. Okay, you in the hot seat. I'm not, listen. See, they refuse. I just brought up a valid point. They refuse to answer my points. So now you're going to have to answer in the hot seat. Okay, so why are you mentioning Mikey, who has his own fight, March 16th, Arlington, Texas, versus Errol Spence, and he has to get past Errol Spence first? That's his opponent. Why should I care about Mikey versus Tank when they're not in the same division and he's already fighting a tall order in Errol Spence? No pun intended, because Errol Spence is taller than him too. So why would I be caring about that? You know? Why do people say, oh, he fought small Hugo Ruiz? He was trying to fight Abner Mares, move him up, and he wants to fight small guys, right? But you want Tank to fight 135, 140, 147 pounders. Explain the logic. You're up. We'll see who lasts this hot seat. These young boys can't beat me. True intentions always come out. They just don't like the fighter they're rooting for at a fucking deficit. You got 15 seconds because I know you're wasting my time. I know you can't recover from this. See, they get mad if Tank is fighting a smaller guy, but they want Tank to be the smaller guy versus Teofimo or Mikey Garcia. He responded. All right, let's see. Tank said he's the best at 130 and 135, but Mikey's the champ at 135. Okay, but Mikey also fought at 140 and he's about to fight at 147. Nice try. So Mikey was the champ at 140 and he's about to fight at 147. And he has his own fight. So why would we be concerned with Mikey Garcia and Tank at this point when we don't even know what happens in the Errol Spence fight? He let go 140. I said Mikey was a champion. Now you're just striking out. See how they tried to politic on bullshit? I know Mikey dropped the belt because Sergey Lipinets fought for it. You know, that's a common sense. I made a video about him dropping the belt. See how he's trying to deflect on stupid shit? Because he won't answer the question. Richie Rich, your time is looking very thin. Answer the question. Why would you suggest Mikey Garcia versus Tank when Tank's at 130 and Mikey's at 135, 140, and 147, right? But I guarantee you he one of them people that have the nerve to get mad that, you know, Tank, even though Abner Mata's pulled out, he fought Hugo Ruiz and Hugo Ruiz had to move up. Come on, bro. Why not best for block him? Get him out of here. He won't answer the question. That's your answer. Get rid of him. Listen, we getting straight to the money. Answer these questions. If you can't do it, you should have just waved the white flag. That's the only way out. That's the only way you're going to stay in this stream. Either you beat me in this hot seat, in this debate, and answer the question and, you know, prove us all wrong, or wave the white flag. They never want to wave the white flag. I'm good with that. That's cool. Now he's talking about some best versus best shit. Bro, nobody's trying to hear it. Mikey has his own tough test, March 16th. Once again, it's because they don't want Tank. These man fans don't want Tank to shine. They want him at the, just like Mayweather. It's the same thing. They want Mayweather at max deficit, period. Mayweather, he should fight Canelo at 160. He shouldn't give Canelo shit because he already beat that boy's ass. Why would Mayweather, who dog walked Canelo, I don't care how young you say he was, they want to lie and say Canelo was only 21, he was 23. He dog walked him. I don't give a fuck if he was a toddler. Canelo got dog walked. Dog walked. Say it with me. D-O-G walked. Dog walked. And you want Mayweather at age 41 or whatever the fuck age he is to fight Canelo at 160. How come? Because you want Mayweather at max deficit so Canelo can get some get back. So you think. I don't even know if Mayweather would lose even at a higher weight than 152. But it doesn't matter because the fight's not going to happen. Mayweather ain't trying to fight on no fucking he getting $9 million to fight exhibition matches. He's not worried about Canelo. It's once again, they don't want to see the fighter they're pulling for or rooting for at any deficit, but they want everyone else. The black channels, I told you, it's a separate rule set for black fighters, black athletes. They want them to be at the deficit. You know, Tank is so good at 130 that people don't even want to see him match with what is left at 130 because he's looking beastly. So automatically he needs to move up. Same thing they did with Crawford. Crawford was a killer at 135, killer at 140. They say, man, get him out of 140. They don't even want you there. They want you to move up to 147 because you think there are going to be more killers for him at 147. And guess what? Crawford looking like he a killer up there too. This is the nature of the beast, you know. And until somebody prove me wrong with fact, this is what it is. They don't care about deficits unless it's the fighter they're pulling for at the deficit. You know, if Tank got to move up and fight the guy at 135, and notice they don't do that. Like, just look at the fighters that these guys have in their profile pictures, you know, in their cover art, who, you know, their names are named after and shit. How come you don't ever want to see Triple G outside of 160 versus Andre Ward at 168? But Tank is, let me get this straight. Some of y'all don't know. I'm about to blow your mind. If y'all want me to blow your mind real quick, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm about to destroy. I promise you. I'm doing nothing but destroying these cats all year. You know, I'm going to show you that we untouchable. They can't debate. They can't out debate us, man. If you want me to destroy them, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm about to kill y'all with the science right now. You see, y'all want that work. All right. All right, peep it. Here's a fun fact for you. I dare somebody to say that I am lying. This is off the top of the dome, people. I dare someone to say I'm lying. Not just say I'm lying, but prove I'm lying. That's the better way to phrase it. Prove I'm lying. So Prove I'm lying if I ain't correct, like Cassidy said. New media shit. Digital mob. I said we the digital mob. Let's get it. So, peep this. Tank looking like a killer. You know, no matter who he's fighting, what weight or whatever they talking about, he's looking like a problem at 130. He is 22 or whatever age he is, 23, right? Very young, under 25. They want to see him move up and fight Lomachenko, move up, fight Teofimo, move up and fight Mikey Garcia, even though he's a champion at 130, right? Move up, and fight top guys at the other division. All right, cool. But then when it comes to fighters they like Gennady Golovkin, right? They never want to see Golovkin move out of 160. Explain that. Why didn't Golovkin move up to 168, right, and fight Andre Ward? And these same motherfuckers didn't push for it. I pushed for it because I wanted to see it. I thought it was a good fight. The networks didn't push for it. HBO didn't push for it. They pushed for Andre Ward to move up another weight class and fight Kovalev. Why did they put him in there with Triple G? That would have been a great fight. You know, come forward guys, silver medalist versus a gold medalist. Why didn't they push for that? You want Tank to move up? Why didn't Triple G ever have to move up? He been a pro since whenever. I don't know exact pro year. Now, let me drop the science for you off the top of the dome. Here's a fun fact a lot of y'all don't know. Here's a fun fact here's a fun fact a lot of y'all don't know. Do you guys realize that Gennady Golovkin is older than Andre Ward? You guys, some of y'all didn't know that. I know that. Did you know that? Did you know that Gennady Golovkin is older than Andre Ward? So, Tank, 22, 23, young. He's still got a bright future ahead of himself. Triple G is older than Andre Ward. Ward, at the time when people were talking about Andre Ward fighting Golovkin, Ward was already a proven thing. He had already won the Super Six, beat Kessler, beat Sakio Bika, beat Edwin Rodriguez, beat Carl Froch with one hand, right? Beat Edison Miranda, beat Darnell Boone. You know, he had already beat all of these guys. When at the time, but he had beat Chad Dawson. He had beat all these guys by the time people were pitting him versus Triple G. Triple G is a silver Olympic medalist. Andre Ward's a gold medalist. Andre Ward he was born in 84 and Golovkin was born in 82. Yet there was no pressure for Triple G to move up at a weight. Tank is 22, 23, whatever age he is. They telling him to move up and face the elite. You know why? Because once again, they want to see the black athlete, the black fighter at some sort of deficit. It's a backhanded compliment. They know Tank is good. They know Gervonta Davis is real. They know the power is real. So they want to even the score by having him fight bigger people. This is the same thing that they did to Floyd Mayweather. They want to see Floyd fight Triple G at 160. But Triple G don't have to move up to 68 to fight a guy that's like 2 years younger than him and Andre Ward, and who has done more to this day, right? So Triple G should have been chomping at the bit to fight Andre Ward, because that would have got him all the clout. You know, before the Jacobs fight, before the Canelo fights, you could have fought Andre Ward, and then if you beat him, you knock him out, and you know, then you the man. You the man. Triple G's older than Andre Ward, still didn't fight him. No hesitant or no what's the word? No rush. I can't think of the word I was thinking of. Anyway, there was no hurry for him to move up. But they want 22, 23-year-old Tank to move up and fight Mikey Garcia. They don't care that he has his own fight. Mikey's fighting March 16th against Errol Spence, a fight that he might not win. They just want to see Tank at a deficit. And their intentions show each and every time. And we just pointed out each and every time. Haste, that might be. No, I think there's another word. They just weren't in a hurry. So Triple G should have been loving the idea of fighting Andre Ward because he's older than Andre Ward. You know, and that would have been his chance to prove himself. You know, Lomachenko, Pacquiao called Loma out. You know, Lomachenko said he wanted to fight Pacquiao at a time. Now Lomachenko said he don't want to move to 140. You don't see them making videos and talking about this and that. They're just okay because Lomachenko said it. Lomachenko said he don't want to move to 140 because Pacquiao's too old. Bob Arum says we don't know if Lomachenko could even make 140. Tells you what you need to know in this game. They don't want it. It depends on who they like and who they want to win. That determines the rules for them. Period. You want to see Tank, who's 22, 23, and looking like the best in the division, he got to move up. But Triple G ain't never had to move up. Stop it. Shout out to Hamza with the $3 PayPal. Y'all can't see it, but he left a super chat. He didn't even leave a message. Appreciate you, Hamza. That's what I'm saying. They overplay their hand. We know what it is. We see it. We spot them. We got them. It's that simple. Andre Ward, they push, go up and fight Kovalev. You coward. You're a coward. Go fight Kovalev. What did he do? Not only fought Kovalev, fought him twice, and fought Sullivan Barrera, you know, at 175. People say, oh, man, Lomachenko versus Crawford, Lomachenko versus Pacquiao. These are great fights. Lomachenko, Jose Ramirez. Nope. Loma's like, nah, I don't know if I'll make 140 now, or his team. But they want Tank to move up. Come on, man. We know what this is. We've seen this movie before. And like I said, Andre Ward is younger than Triple G. And he had definitely had a far superior resume. So how come Triple G don't have to prove himself? And Ward got in terms of old media's eyes, they dogged Ward, but they didn't dog Kovalev. I mean, they didn't dog Triple G. Explain that. You see the old media narrative, they blame Ward. Oh, he's lawsuits and he's too busy suing people and he's inactive. And Hamza killing y'all now. He said, and Loma's probably going to fight Anthony Corolla, who lost twice to a guy he already beat, Jorge Linares. We know what it is, bro. Because Loma's first two fights were challenging with Jorge Linares and Jose Pedraza. So they rather put him in there with the Anthony Corolla type. You know, they're going to say, oh, Anthony Corolla was next in line. Yeah. But that's not a fight that really appeals to me. And see, this is what I'm saying. These dudes talking about Tank, who's not even in Mikey's division. They pushing for that fight, but they not pushing for Mikey versus Lomachenko. And they were in the same division, both with titles. Unbelievable. I'm out. Holla at the kid. We killing 2019. It's a wrap for y'all. I promise you that. Thank you guys for the support, super chats, the shooters, everybody for listening. We working.